Welcome to Budget Model Railways. Just a quick little video on making inclines. Now, this is not something I do very often. I'm not a great believer in linking ovals with inclines for all sorts of operational reasons, but I have occasionally built inclines. And you get a lot of information on the internet about how to build them. But this is a slightly quicker, simpler way than some you might have seen. So what I start with is, what do I want to run up it? In this case, this particular incline doesn't need to run anything particularly big. Little two-car trams, basically, a steeple cab loco, and a couple of wagons. That's all. And it's quite a sharp curve. That's the Kato 150, and obviously the curb is a function of it as well. The sharper the curve, you're adding sharp curve and height. So the bigger the curve and the more gentle the incline, the better. However, when you read a lot of it, you'd never get an incline in because of the ratios and so on that people say you've got to abide to. I've never read any of them, couldn't tell you what they are. My simple guide is, how high do I need it to go? In this case, it doesn't need to go high enough to go over another track. It only needed to go raised, so it was slightly different. But the theory is the same. If you wanted it twice the height, fix a bit of track at one end, fix it at the other, support it as you go around. Quite often I'll use things like wagon boxes, whatever I've got lying around, and then run your loco up it. If it'll go up it, your gradient's fine. If it won't go up it, then you need to ease your gradient. Now, the last time, years ago, actually nearly 10 years ago, that I mentioned inclines, I did exactly the same thing. I said, look, I just want to run a little two-car up it, that's all. And I was inundated with people going, well, you're not going to get an Evening Star up there. You're not going to get a diesel and 26 million wagons up that. No, I'm not. I'm going to get exactly what I want to get up it, which is a little two-car tram and a steeple cab and a couple of wagons. If you want to run a large loco and lots of wagons, you will need a shallower curve and a shallower turn. But the theory is still the same. Get whatever area you want. Fix your tracks at each end, and then prop it up. I've famously used books once to get roughly the angle. Run your train up and down it, see if it'll go up and down it. If yes, it will, then it's relatively simple actually to do, similar to what I've done here, which is chunks of wood at the right angle. Make sure it's a nice even curve, that you haven't got one steep bit and one shallow bit. It's quite easy to do by eye or trial and error. If you run a little loco up it, if it starts struggling, your angle's a bit steep at that point. You could use cardboard. This fascination we have with using timber. I happen to use timber because I've got it lying around. But if you've got a large incline, using timber is just adding weight you don't need. Particularly in N gauge, these locos don't weigh anything. Cardboard is more than adequate. Foam board like I've got over the back there, or simple mounting card. Corrugated cardboard will do it. You've got no weight. It's relatively simple. So my advice is, if you think you want an incline, simply, one last time, find where you want your incline to go. You might not have a curve on it. You might just have a straight. Fix one end, the height you want, length you want, fixed at the other end. Support it with whatever you've got lying around. Run some trains up it, see if it'll work. If it'll work, happy days. If it won't, you've either got to run shorter trains or you've got to lower the incline. But it's just an easier way than worrying about all these ratios. Do I need to do 1 in 20? Do I need to do whatever that people go on about? Yes, you can buy obviously the foam inserts, which are the right alleged incline, but right for what? They will be far too generous for doing what I want to do, for instance, which is run a little two-car tram up. They'll be designed to run a very long train with lots of wagons, which a lot of the time you don't want to do. If you do, firstly, I'd question why. I very seldom, unless you've got a massive layout and you must have 2 layers. If I have 2 layers, I don't link them with inclines. I run them as 2 separate layouts. If you must have a really big incline and run big locos, but the same theory will apply. I'm sure this will get lots of interest. You'll probably get lots of hate the way the internet is at the moment. But we're used to that at Budget Model Railways. We're not very conventional. We're not very usual. We are a bit subversive. So this is a good little video on a different way to do things.